What's going on, guys? Kevin from Epic Gardening here. Tower Garden Season 2 update. This is after a second vacation, and I did think, like last time, that something would be going wrong here. Not that the power would turn off or something like that, but that, there might be a nutrient deficiency that the plants wouldn't be able to survive through. Maybe it'd be a windy day. Maybe there would be a little bit too much sun. One of those problems that you can't quite foresee and that you can't really fix if you're not in the area. However, happily, I was proven wrong, and on this first tower that you see to your right, we're actually getting to the harvestable phase for a lot of these plants. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for you guys so you can get a really good look, and I'm going to talk about what's going on in both of the towers. All right, so the kale, as we can see, it's extremely healthy. There's really no problems with it whatsoever. And if I wanted to, let me get you a shot of the actual stem. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and harvest, and I probably will. Some of these right here, I mean, it's sort of in that maybe adolescent phase. I know they sell baby leaves, they sell mature leaves. No one really sells these adolescent leaves. I don't know why, but anyways, that's harvestable for sure. The chard looks to be doing quite well. Like I said before, chard seems to be a little bit slow to grow, but these ones are really starting to take off now. So I got my rhubarb chard here, and I've got my standard chard right there. Up top, we've got the spinach action, which is doing really, really nice. There's a couple plants in this one, and it doesn't really seem to matter. Unlike my LED grow, and if you haven't checked that out, please go ahead and do that, where I have 4 basil in one, and it seemed to be suffering a little bit, where one would be large, the other 3 would be slightly smaller. These 2 plants look to be pretty much the exact same size. So is that a testament to the sunlight or the feeding mechanism? My guess is that it's going to be the sunlight, because there's more angles for the sun to hit out here. So if a leaf is crowding something out, or if it's blocking the sun, in a couple hours it's going to get a different angle, so it should be fine. That's my hypothesis there. All right, so let's go down here. The lettuce is getting very much to the harvesting phase. Maybe not so much on this side, but over here, especially in back right here, these leaves are ready to go. Here's another bigger kale right there. All right, over here, Thai basil, one of my favorite varieties of basil. I got 3 in here. Basil's a slow-growing plant, but this is doing really nice. We got 1 down here. Interesting, though, that this one right here, single, is doing worse than this one here. And that could be something to do with the way that the water's falling in the tower. I know that if we zoom out, I don't have the most straight up tower, and this is something I talked about in my prior videos, especially the Tower Garden Season 1. If you want it to be perfect, you should have it be perfectly straight. So, just something to consider there. And let's zoom back in. These lettuce look light, but I think that's just the variety. And another thing to consider is lettuce is not used to getting full sun, but I haven't really experienced too much of a downside with it getting full sun when it's in the tower system. All right, cilantro is doing really, really well. So, for the most part, everything's doing great. And let's see if I can get an undershot of what's going on in here. Reservoir. Almost no water gone. And that's just because these plants are in the baby phase. On this one here, we are seeing about 45% of the reservoir gone. Gonna need to add more water, add more nutrients, pH the water, make sure everything's calibrated and balanced. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens in the next week or so, because this is when you start to see that explosive growth and you're able to harvest and harvest and harvest. So this is Kevin from Epic Gardening. If you like this series, have a question, hit me up in the comments or join the Epic Gardening forums. We'd love to see you over there. All right, keep gardening, guys.